for some reason. So if we were looking at this, I'm going to try this lesson again, okay? So Terry wanted the lesson, like Brad Paisley style stuff. I want to say, I'm trying to sum up so much in a tiny window. It's very difficult. But what I want to say is two things that are really going to help you. One, learn your country progressions. Learn them from your scale. So we're going to work in A for today. And I'm going to show you A minor pentatonic. We're going to use A minor as a scale. So one progression, we're going to go 1, 3, 4. And then we'll just use a regular country turnaround, which of course is just start on the 4, then the 1, then the 5, kind of thing. So one progression, like Vince Gill, Eliza Jane, that's a progression. C, that's your 3. D. He has this lick like back in the saddle again, Aerosmith, which is dun, 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 dun. I don't know this song. I'm just going to tell you this is how I play. This is how I work on it. Also has a Lay Down Sally kind of, which is open G against the 4th fret on the D string, and this is based on that lick. So it's 4, 5. 4, 5, 4, 5, and you're taking the A on the G string, which is on the 2nd fret. So, and then we just got this boogie walk. 1, 2, 3, 2, 4. Sometimes I put the 5 in there and the open string, whichever way it flows for me, C, D. Little Eliza Jane. Little Eliza Jane. So you kind of get that end of it. Progressions are everything. So they're not always 1, 4, 5. Modern country is definitely a strain. I heard one the other day, very jazzy kind of blues. It's got this A minor. This part short, guys. I don't want you to be here for a long time. My point here is this chord right here. Now you expect it to go to E, but it just didn't. It went like this. It went to that 6th chord, and we took it to the 7th chord. Remember your progression, that's what I'm saying. And then we went back to the beginning. So that was 12 bar, but it wasn't a 12 bar 1, 4, 5 kind of thing. It was definitely, you get what I'm saying, learn your progressions. So now back to the, he specifically mentioned Brad Paisley, and I always think Jerry Reed, so I'm going to pull from them too. And of course, that style. When you think of chicken picking and hybrid pickers, you have to be thinking of Jerry Reed, Chet Atkins coming in there, Jerry Reed, but you have to be thinking of Merle Haggard, now Brad Paisley, some monster guys out there that are just all over the place. Vince Gill, Brent Mason, all those guys are just phenomenal. Learn some songs from those guys. That's going to help you immensely. So Brad Paisley, I'm going to just focus on two. We're going to focus on Jerry Reed and Brad Paisley for a second, I think. Brad Paisley loves to play open strings in his leads, and I'm not going to get too deep into this. I want to make something simple for you just to get a hold of how the sounds work. So we're going to build this off the pentatonic scale. A sounds alien, people say pentatonic. So 5 notes, 2, 3, 4, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are the notes. And then we just repeat them. I want you to look at them linearly today. linearly across one string. Note that that's how you do this stuff. Whether you know it or not, that's how you make those sounds. That's how those sounds come into play, because you're actually moving those linearly. All right, so if you look at these notes and then you learn them, I'm gonna learn my pentatonic scale. See, all those notes are part of that scale. If I want to play an open note lick, 7, 5, 7, and I went 7, 5, open 7, 7, 5, 2, pull it to open, and we're going to grab this G here too. Alright, and we're actually going to pull a little bit of a blue note, not quite. We could pull it right in completely if we want to, you know what I mean? I'm going to add a palm mute in places to get a little more of that thick sound to it, and we're going to just, of course, so open E, G, make that blue note there outside of the pentatonic scale a little bit just for flavor. This is G sharp, and we're going to hit this A, and like I said, a palm mute on it. That gives it a little bit of thickness. That's a Working Man Blues. That's a Merle Haggard kind of lick. It wasn't Merle Haggard that played it, but you don't get what I'm saying. So we're going to grab a G and D, and we're going to hammer on the 6, alternating to that A, open A with that palm mute. That lick I was just telling you about, we're going to call it 7, 5 open to the 7th fret on the G string. So we're gonna go pull off 5, 7, 5 and slide down to the 2 and pull off again. Something like that. Which Amos Moses lick there. That's A. We're going to keep alternating back and forth between the A and the G. That went 2 fingers. All right. So A, and then I grab that 5th fret on the G string, and I pulled off to the 2nd fret again. So I went on this, that, here. Alright, so I'm just going to go D note, and then I got a D chord here. And guys, I'm just writing this for the lesson, so don't hold it against me if I mess up here, man. So I slid a 3/4 with my pinky, just because I like the way it feels to reach that way, as opposed to trying to shuffle my fingers around. So I slid up 3/4 on the D string, got the 5 on the G string, 4 on the G string, and then 3/4 on the G string again. I missed my string. Here I'm gonna go to an E somehow, so. Guys, I'm really not. It's all about how you look at it, how you approach it. Right? And then, of course, any of that kind of picking, you've got these double stops. Like this, and remember we're in A, so this is an A chord. That's the third. There's an E and an A, right? That makes an A chord, right? Sort of an E and A. We got an E and an A, so we got that double stop. This note, right here, this third note, I'm gonna grab it from here. I'm gonna move my fingers. So I'm still keep these two notes here, but I'm gonna do it from here. I'm gonna grab this 4 on the G string, and I'm gonna bend it up to the third. I'm gonna bend it up to that on it. Maybe a boogie. So let's go back to that other progression. Let's grab that C. Do the same. D. I'm going to grab that A in a different spot. We're going to do it on the 12th fret. I'm going to hold the E down on the 12th fret, and I'm going to grab my third on the B string.